Hello, Robbie Susan Chandler here from RobbieSusansCardsandCrafts.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who lives in Quincy, Florida, right outside Tallahassee, Florida. If you're in the area, I'd love for you to attend some of my in-person classes. I hold classes every 2 weeks, 3 days a week, and just let me know, and I'd love for you to attend. Well, a lot's happened since I made my last video. I went on a cruise, and while I was on a cruise, it snowed here at my house in North Florida. Yeah, I had 7 inches of snow when I got home. And it snowed like on Wednesday and Thursday, and I got home Friday night late, and there was still a lot of snow everywhere. It was so pretty and exciting, but you know, for us, we don't get snow here, so it was quite something. And a lot of people didn't know how to handle it, so there was a lot of blocked roads and little car accidents and all, and people being snowed in. So yeah, it was quite the experience. But where was I? I was down in the Bahamas when all this was happening. Yep, I sure was. So I kind of missed it all. So anyway, today, let's get up what's going on today. I'm here to share a Valentine card with you, and this is called a bandstand card, and I think Susan Campfield is the one who started this card, and it seems to be all the rage out there. It's really a very simple, easy card to make. But this is the front, and when you stand it up, when it comes out of the envelope, it just kind of pops open like that. And then on the back I have Happy Valentine's Day and a little heart. So let's look at how to make this card. It's really very easy, very simple. Let me move this out of the way. And let me get my little caddy here. This is little caddies I sell now that hold all my little supplies. They're $22. That includes shipping, and I just love it because I have everything right here that I need right at hand. Okay, let's look at the pieces. Alright, our card base is cherry cobbler, and it's 5 3/8 by 4 1/4, and you score 3/4 at each end. And look, that's a terrible score line right there, so I'm not actually going to use this one, but I'm just showing you that's where my hand slipped when I was scoring. But anyway, 3/4 inch from each end. And then I'm going to put on top of that piece, this piece of paper from the pack, Season of Elegance. And this paper has been carried over, I think, from Christmas, and it's beautiful paper. You can see we've got, I think it's Pretty Peacock. Yes, we've got Pretty Peacock pieces, the cherry cobbler, and then I'm going to use this piece too. This is like Basic Beige. And also in this pack are some green pieces with Mossy Meadow and Old Olive. It's a beautiful pack of paper with the gold in it. So first thing I did was take this 4 by 5 1/4 piece of designer paper and glue it down to my card front. So I've already done that here just to show you. And once you've done that, you're just going to bring it over on the score line, and let me get my bone folder and just burnish that really good. Let me burnish this one. Now some people, when they make this card, instead of making this one piece, they actually cut these pieces separate and put those, have a little border around them, separate pieces there. In fact, I'm going to show you another card. It's another card, the same style, bandstand. And see, she, this was a swap I received, and she put separate pieces in the back and on the side, and then folded hers in, where I just made mine one piece. And I see a little place right there I want to add a little more glue. Looks like that corner's trying to, this whole side's trying to come up. So let's just swap a little glue in there. Don't want to go to all the trouble to make this beautiful card and then it not hold together. I'm sure you've experienced that before. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this is our base, and then we're going to need 2 pieces of cherry cobbler that are 1 1/4 by 7, and they're scored at 3/4, 2 1/2, 4 1/2, and 6 1/4. And you need 2 of those. And then the pieces that we're going to put on top of those, which are these strips right here, are 1 by 6 3/4. And I just glue those directly down, just like that. See how pretty that paper is? Let me move that out of the way. I've got these glued down. And then what you do is you fold them in, just like that. I'm going to burnish these end ones because we're going to glue them down. Burnish that one. I might as well burnish all of them. There we go. And then do the other one. One goes at the top of your card and one goes at the bottom. Okay. Alright, so far so good. Now, to put your card together, take your front, turn it over. So we want to put the right side down, and then turn your strips over, and we're going to line those up at the top and at the bottom. So I'm going to start with the top piece first. Let me grab my glue and kind of smash it down. And you want to put your glue adhesive, you could use tear and tape if you wanted to, but just put it on this little flap right here and over here on this one. So let's just bring our, I'm going to center it good, make sure it's even at the top. There we go. So bring this over, hold that one down, and bring this one over and hold that one down. Alright, there we go. There's the top. And you hold it for a second and let it grab. Let's see, so far it's a pretty easy card. Alright, let's do the same thing at the bottom. Put a little glue on this one. A little glue on this one. And then line it up good. And I'm going to bring this tab over. And I'm going to bring this tab over. Now, if you wanted to finish this back a little fancier, let me hold it. On this one, she actually put 2 additional strips on each side to cover that area. But I chose not to. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. Get this out of the way. And there's our card base. You see these just pop up. You put it in your envelope, pops back up when you bring it out. Alright, let's look at the front. Now the first thing I did was cut, and we're back to this Season of Elegance paper. These dies are all from Hearts of Elegance dies. And this is the largest one, this is the largest one in the set. So this is my first heart, that's my background piece there. And I'm going to build this up before I put that on there. And then my next heart was cut with this one that has these little dots around the edges, and it's in the same set. And then I took it, can you see the little dots? And then I took it and embossed it with the Happy Hibiscus embossing folder, and that's where I got this heart design on it. Now, as if that wasn't enough, I decided I wanted a little gold on it. So I took a gold ink pad. In fact, I can show you real quick. Let me take this one. And you just take the lid off, and I just swipe and swipe and swipe. So any gold ink pad you have, and it'll work. So see, isn't that much prettier with the gold on it than it was plain? Alright, so I've got this one, and I've got some dimensionals here. I'm going to go ahead and stick it down. Yeah, I think the hibiscus embossing folder really makes this heart pop. Gives it so much personality. Alright, so now we have 2 layers. Then we've got one more. And this one was cut out of gold foil, and it's another heart die from that set. Very versatile set, very nice set of hearts. As you can see, we have several sizes, and a little flower, and a couple of little leaves there. Alright, so this was cut out of the foil. I'm going to pop it on the front, like right here. Now, you want to glue this to your card front, and to do that, you just kind of need to lay it there and figure out where do I put my glue. And it looks like, just laying here, that it looks better if I just put it in the little V here. Down there, and then I want some on this area down on the bottom. So I'm going to flatten it down and lay these on there. And you need to be careful where you put your glue or you're going to be gluing your card flat. Alright, see that fits perfectly from here to here so that your heart pieces lay right on top of that. Okay, isn't that pretty? It really makes a pretty card. Alright, now we've got the back. And you need a piece of basic beige that's 4 by 3 3/4 inches. And on this piece I stamped in cherry cobbler, Happy Valentine's Day. This is also the stamp set that coordinates with the die set. A beautiful set of stamps here. You've got a to from if you need that. But I love the font. You got a Happy Valentine's Day, my heart belongs to you. Sending lots of love and love you. So it says just about anything you'd want it to say. So I stamped that on here. And you know what? I'm going to show you, pull out my Wink of Stella. I decided to kind of snazzy up this heart a little bit. Now when you use Wink of Stella, lots of times you see how it's turning. Let me hold this close. See how it turned these red? It will smear your ink into an uninked area, which is fine with me for this card because now I can have kind of a two-toned look here. So if you want to fill in some color on a card and you want it a little bit glittery, just pull out your Wink of Stella and smear it around and see, isn't that pretty? I hope that shows up. Alright, let's put some glue on it. Nice thing about Wink of Stella too, it dries instantly. And I did give you the dimension on this piece, didn't I? It's 4 by 3 3/4, and you want your 4 inches to be the tall, and your 3 3/4 goes from side to side. So let's just pop this on here. Okay, look at there. Now see, I told you it was an easy card, didn't I? Look at that. So we've got our two Valentine's Day cards. A really pretty card that somebody can set up in their home or set up in their office. So I hope you like this card, and we'll try to do it. Like I said, it's really simple. Now you could cut this strip into individual pieces like she did here, but I found it worked just as well as one piece, and I liked the continuous flow of it. So anyway, I hope you try to make this card. If you need a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I have links below to the supplies I used and also to a free tutorial that you can download with the instructions and all the dimensions of all the pieces. So until next time, happy crafting!